know you're somewhere.
Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Aries, you guys have Dragonfly Spirit, Truth Transcends Illusion, and Otter Spirit, You Are Never Alone. I feel like there's a lot this month about unity. Okay, unity. And with Dragonfly Spirit, I feel like they're talking about unity with the spirit realm. And then with Otter Spirit, I feel like that unity with the spirit realm is going to translate into the 3D, right? So how does that work? When you are in touch with what your soul desires, and when you're in touch with what your heart desires, and you're like aligned, then the 3D doesn't feel so complicated. It doesn't feel heavy. There's no fear, right? Because you're aligned. And that can lead to the 3D being like a magnificent place, right? A magical place where, everything comes to light that you want to because you're aligned. So I feel like this month is a really big month for you, Aries, because I think you're getting more aligned. And I feel like the spirit realm is trying to communicate with you heavy this month. What does that mean? I feel like somebody close to you, maybe a guardian, somebody in the spirit realm is trying to get through to you. That's what I'm getting with Dragonfly. Dragonfly Spirit always reminds me of my grandfather. So like maybe it's someone that that has passed over, like a loved one. When I see dragonflies, I always think of my grandfather. So again, it could be somebody in your family, but it could just be like a guardian angel, somebody that is close to you. It could be like a past life soulmate. Like it doesn't even have to be somebody to be honest. Not in this lifetime anyway. But they're trying to communicate with you something. And with the ship underneath it, it's kind of telling me that like what they're trying to communicate with you is going to move your 3D, right? So remember I was saying like, if you're aligned, then the 3D becomes a much easier realm. But if you're not aligned and you're full of fear and you're scared and you're just reacting and you're not moving in alignment, so like your heart wants one thing, your soul wants another, and your ego wants another thing, you're not going to really maneuver the 3D well. The 3D could be, pretty harsh if you're, all over the place. So I feel like this month is a big month for you, Aries, of getting aligned, paying attention to the signs that they're trying to send you, because they're trying really hard to send you signs because they want to move you in a certain direction. And they're saying like your soul needs to travel in this direction. Like that's where the soul needs to go. The soul needs to travel in a certain direction. So maybe you guys have been neglecting what your soul needs. Maybe you guys have been neglecting what like your heart needs. Like I feel maybe neglect could be happening, but they're trying to put an end to it. That's what I'm getting with the neglect by realigning you. So it's kind of like an example I would say, if you're not understanding this, is like, let's just say you really all right, this is just an example. Let's just say you really want to be a singer and you're working like a 9 to 5 as like a waitress, whatever, but you really want to be a singer. And I don't know, Spirit tells you, like, you get this like message from Spirit somehow, like you have a dream, let's say, right? And then you're like, okay, like maybe that's my soul telling me something, but I'm gonna forget about it. It's just a dream. Dreams don't matter, whatever. It's just my subconscious, maybe my higher self, but who cares, right? That's kind of neglecting something, but you're like, fuck it, it's a dream. So then you go to work and you see a similar like thing happen at work that has something to do with your dream, but you're like, still, it's just the coincidence, right? And then you see, like, I don't know, like Spirit at a certain time of the day, like a light will start to flicker at the same exact moment that the same thing from your dream is happening again, right? So it's like 3 times you've got confirmation about something, but like you're still not believing in it. I feel like this month might be different for you in that like you will start believing it. Like instead of saying that's just a coincidence, or instead of saying like, oh wow, like that doesn't mean anything, I feel like this month might be the month where you're like, fuck, okay, I see it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I see it. Yeah, it's interesting with the whip also here, because the whip to me means something that I feel like that's your fear. Like the whip I feel like is you like neglecting Or are you saying like it doesn't matter? Are you saying like, oh, that's just a coincidence? Like, stupid, not to be a dick, but like it's dumb of you to say that. You know what I mean? Like, how many times do you need the confirmation of something? That's what I feel like this reading is going to be about. Like, how many times do you need to be confirmed something? Not once, not twice, not 3 times. Apparently more than 3 times. I'm getting the number 3 and the number 4. And that makes sense because we have a 4 here and we have a 2, 2, it makes 4. 3 here again. Yeah, how many times do you need to be confirmed something to start believing it? That's what I'm getting for your read. Let's pull more now. Yeah. So Aries, I feel like this is going to just reiterate what I was talking about. Like, it's going to be a little bit repetitive. I know a lot of you guys comment like it's repetitive, but it is what it is. Like, if I get the same message 5 times, again, I'm not going to ignore the message, which is exactly what your reading is about. I feel like it's like you are seeing something repetitively, but you're ignoring it. Like, it's right in your face also. Like, that's what I'm getting with this 4 of Cups. It's like it's right in your face. It's like right in front of you. It's always in front of you. But look at you. I feel like this is you, King of Cups in reverse. You're not looking at it. Or you see it with your eyes, but you're not registering it, right? It's kind of like, you know when you're like exhausted and you study something, but you're not retaining any of the information? That's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like, you can see it a million times, but if you're exhausted, you're not going to get it. Like, it's not going to stick, right? And that's what I'm getting. Something's not sticking. And I feel like the spirit realm is kind of like confused because it's like, how many times do I have to send you the same fucking thing? Sorry, I'm cursing, but Ace of Swords, it's like the divine is sending it to you. There's no doubt in my mind that it's like the divine is interfering. Aces only come from the divine, from the universe, whatever you believe in. The energy of the universe, if that's what you believe in. If you don't believe in the divine, whatever you believe in, it's like, it's right in front of your face. It's blatant. That's what I'm getting. It's very blatant. But that's the thing, like, if you're not aligned, you're going to miss those signs, you know? And how many times do we recognize something in hindsight? And that's what's happening here, I feel. You're going to see something in hindsight, and maybe that's the way you learn, like, looking at something and recognizing it, like, much later. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I see it now, but I didn't see it in the first place. And I feel like this is a pattern that they want you to, like, break, because it's like, if you could just... Like, they don't want you to be the person anymore that's like, well, if I had that information at the time, then maybe I would have done things differently. Or if I would have seen this or known this at the time, they're saying, like, we are giving you that information now at this time. That's what I'm getting. Like, we are giving it to you. Do you see how, like, with this, with this 8 of Earth, she's holding, like, a pearl, right? So that's what I'm getting. Like, they're trying to give it to you, like, in your hands so you can grasp it, like, very, you know, there's nothing like a 3D slap in the face, right? What do I mean by that? Like, let's just say you're going too fast, like you're moving through life too quickly. There's nothing like, you know, getting injured and literally putting you in a cast to slow you down, right? Like, that's how the 3D fucks with you. And you might be like, wow, I really need a break. But there's no way I'm taking a break. There's no way I'm taking a break. And then you get sick, right? And you're like, fuck. Not, like, I wanted to take a break, but now I'm just sick. Like, it's not how I really imagined it. But the 3D will put you on your ass when, you know, when you're supposed to be resting and you're not. That's kind of how it happens, right? Or when you need to see something. I remember I was on vacation once with my ex, and there's so much that I needed to see about that relationship, and it was like not until that vacation that I got sick, and I was like, literally, like, felt like I was not well. Like, I was like, I might have to go to a hospital in, like, a foreign country. That sucks, like, you know what I mean? But, like, you know, when you need somebody to kind of be there for you when you're sick, and then this person is, like, literally not really there for you, and you're just like, wow, like, I knew this was bad, but, like, I didn't know it was this bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Like, they're gonna put it in your face very blatantly. That's what I'm getting. Like, another thing I'm getting is, like, they're putting it in your face, but yet you still don't see it. You see how you have the Maiden in reverse, you have the King of Cups in reverse. So this is gonna be one of those things, Aries, where You can either choose to look at it, choose to see it, as difficult as it is. Maybe it's in terms of relationships. I feel like it is because you have Otter Spirit, which is a soulmate card, right? This only comes out really when you're dealing with a soulmate. And then you have a King and a Queen of Cups. So you have a true pair, right? And when you have the King and Queen of Cups, this is a very deep love. This is like, you know, King and Queen of Pentacles, for example. They make a great couple on the 3D because they're so stable and they both are like very secure and they both have like similar things in mind. But that's not who the King and Queen of Water is. The King and Queen of Water, there's like a deep love, like a bond that doesn't necessarily need to be spoken about, but it's there. It's more about the bond, if anything. It's more about the deep love. It's more about, again, it's not about security. It's not about stability. That's Earth. It's more about the emotions. It's more about the depth of emotion that somebody has for another. It's more about the way that you show somebody that you love them. And the way that you understand the person, just knowing that like that's the way that they're showing you love. Like, wow, they must really care, right? So it's even deeper than that. I feel like I'm not even like getting to the like surface of it. I'm scratching the surface is what I'm saying. I'm not even getting that deep into this couple. But that's who the King and Queen of Cups is. Because you could have came out as a true pair in any of the suits. You could have came out as a true pair in your sign once, right? Which would be very sexual, very passionate. But you guys are coming up today as the King and Queen of Water, which I feel like speaks to the depth, again, of this bond, this relationship that you have with a person. But I'm getting, with this read, with the Ten of Swords here, this year, this month, for some of you, for whoever this is resonating with, and again, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Not every reading can be for everyone, right? But if this is resonating with you, I feel like they're trying to tell you something. And it's about this relationship. And I feel like it's like you either see it now or you don't. But this is like kind of it. That's what I'm getting. Like with the Ten of Swords, that's a very final thing. You know, like Ten of Swords energy, this door is not a door that you can come, like once you cross this threshold, you can't go back. Like that's it. So I'm getting here, the Devil's also out here, but it's in reverse, which is good. So that means that for whatever limited amount of time, because I see you here not really like understanding what they're sending you, not understanding the vibes, but like for a brief moment, you will see exactly what you need to see, right? Like when I was telling you that I was on vacation and I was with my ex, I saw exactly what I needed to see for a very brief moment in time. It wasn't like an extended period of time. The rest of the vacation went like very smoothly, kind of. But that there was like brief moment when I was sick on that vacation that I saw exactly what I needed to see, right? And that's what they're kind of letting you know this month, this week, whenever you see this read. There's going to be a brief moment in time when you're going to see it, or you're going to see it. There's no way you're not going to see it. That's what I'm getting. You're going to fucking see it. Now, what you choose to do with that information is dependent on you. It's funny because like I'm thinking of myself when I saw this information and I ignored it. I really did ignore it. So I'm not going to like be harsh on anybody and be like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? No, I saw it and I literally ignored it because it was something that I didn't want to deal with. It's something I didn't know how to deal with. It was just very uncomfortable and it sucked, you know, and it was what it is. Like I saw it and I didn't even know how to process it at the same time. And also when you see something about a partner and you're on vacation with them, it's like, what are you going to do? Like take a flight home or like break up in the middle of a vacation? Like it's just not a comfortable energy. So if this has to do with breaking up, then I understand like that's a harsh thing. It could be the opposite. It could be like getting together. For everyone, it's going to be different. I personally feel like it could be getting together because the Nine of Wands is here. And this Nine of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the deck because you see how he's like naked almost. And he's like basically opening up his heart. And he has like that single white rose in his hands. But even like his hair's open, right? Like there's nothing closed about this man. Again, I feel like that could just be you like accepting the energy, accepting the information, accepting it and seeing what they're trying to explain to you for that brief moment in time. It could be that, but I usually get a romantic vibe with this Nine of Wands. Like, who is he giving the rose out to? His sacral chakra is also like on fire, which has like a very sexual energy to it. So again, I see, is it more of like a coming together if like you process this information correctly, to be honest, because you're dealing with someone who's coming up as the mother, which is the Empress, the Six of Swords, and the Faith card. So a lot of light energy associated with this person, like high vibrational energy associated with this person. Again, the Empress is someone who like has their shit together. She's very nurturing. She's very fertile. She's pregnant in this picture. This could be someone who takes things very slowly. Libra energy here. This is water energy, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we have the Six of Swords with Faith. This could be someone who has a lot of faith in you. This could be someone who has a lot of faith in themselves. With the Faith card, it doesn't necessarily like mean religion in any type of way. It means like faith in yourself, faith in the universe, like trust, right? Trust. This person is trusting. I feel like this person is trusting in the universe. That's what this person is doing here, because the Faith card is associated with them. The Six of Swords is associated with them. So this is somebody who's trusting in the universe and trusting in what, like, I want to say, unfortunately, I feel like this is the opposite of you, because they're full of faith. They're full of trust. They're letting whatever comes to them come to them. Whereas I feel like something's coming to you, but a lot of you guys are ignoring it. You've ignored it twice already. Yeah, again, another 3 here. The door is here on the 3rd. Maybe something happened on the 3rd, or 3 is an important number to you. 2, 3, 4s. Yeah, I'm just getting like you have a decision to make. When I was, splitting the deck, I didn't even clarify, but when I was shuffling this deck, which is what I usually use to clarify, I had the Two of Cups. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. I had the Two of Cups. It came out again. Soulmate relationship, a union, perhaps. But yeah. All I'm going to say this month, Aries, is like they're trying to get you to see something, the spirit realm, the divine, the universe, whoever you want to say, call it. They're trying to get you to see something, and you've ignored it before. So when you do get to see it finally, and this like moment happens and you see everything very clearly, maybe some of you might, like, I hate to say this, but like my example was when I got sick, I saw something. Maybe you might be feeling ill, or you might get sick or something like that. I'm not wishing that upon you, my God, no. I'm just saying like that could be for some of you what happens, but you see something very clearly. What you decide to do with that information is up to you. Okay, that's basically what this read is. Like, you have been confirmed something many times, though. It's been in your face blatantly. I can't like express it any clearer. Like, it's in your face, but you've decided to ignore it. So now it's going to be in your face one last time, I'm getting. And what you choose to do with this is it's up to you. But all I'm getting is like, once it's very clear and once it's blatant, it's out there, you see it, you decide what you do. Again, like what I did, I ignored it. It didn't help me out at all, ignoring it, I'll be honest. It just made things harder for me, I guess, in the future, but I didn't know that, obviously, because I can't see the future, so I just kept doing what I was doing. You decide what you want, though. Let's put you advice, Aries. I love this. So courage and bravery came out, and trust the universe. So I was already saying somebody is trusting in the universe, but I don't know if that's you necessarily. I feel like that's this feminine over here. So I feel like this trust in the universe is this feminine energy. Maybe this is somebody who wants you to also trust, you to have faith, you to believe, but I feel like this card's more for you. This could be for your partner, for the other person in this read, or this soulmate that might be coming in. I feel like it could be somebody you're dealing with already. Take it how it resonates. But with courage and bravery, that's what they're asking you to be right now. Courage. Again, what does it mean to see information and do something about it, right? That takes bravery. That takes courage. What I did when I saw something, I ran away from it. I ignored it. It was there, though, right? It was 100% there. It's just not something that can be ignored. So I feel like they're telling you to be brave. When you see this, it might take you having to do something that you wouldn't normally do. But that's why courage and bravery is out, because I feel like the divine is kind of pushing you to do this. You have the heart of a warrior. You want to do what's right, but it isn't always easy. Being brave isn't about being emotionless. The angels are reminding you that it's okay to feel, and your vulnerability will allow you to tap into an even greater inner strength. Angels are always willing to help you feel safe, guided, and guarded. Exactly. The angels are very much around you this January. This is a time to take ownership of your energy and any situations that could be making you feel less than good. So this is what I'm getting more with this. Being brave isn't about being emotionless. See, this is you being emotionless, King of Cups in reverse. This is you not wanting to see it. This is you wanting to say, oh, I'm going to put my emotions to the side. I don't want to take a look at it. It's coming to you in your emotions. It's coming to you in the 3D. It's coming to you in every single form. So my biggest thing here is to understand that being brave doesn't mean being emotionless. Being brave does not mean being emotionless. Being brave does not mean being emotionless. Being brave means having your emotions out. Being vulnerable is basically what they're saying. So I think this might be a very different way of looking at things. Like, oh, being brave means like putting myself out there, like, you know, showing my emotions. That might be something very different, especially for a masculine energy who I feel like distorted masculines are always like, hide it, just keep going. Don't tell anybody how you feel, just keep going, right? The distorted masculine, which is like an archetype that we've been dealing with for a long time. There's no more room for the distorted masculine, and now it's kind of time for the divine masculine to come out. So I understand why this isn't working anymore. So that's what I'm getting, Aries. I love you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.